So in this video, I'm going to be talking about my training split and what I'm doing with my split and some weird things I've done to try to prioritize my arms a little bit more. Before I started working out, I had really skinny arms, and that was the only thing I wanted, was just bigger arms, and that kind of still is the same thing. Now my arms have grown a little bit, but they've always just sort of been a lagging muscle group compared to the rest of my body, and I've just always wanted to get bigger arms. I'm pretty sure my arms were like 9 to 10 inches when I first started working out. Now they're like 12 to 13, probably closer to 12. Now I've done many splits in the past, such as full body split, bro split, push-pull legs, and the Arnold split. And the one I've kind of settled on now is the Arnold PPL. So like, it's kind of like a mix between the Arnold split and the push-pull leg split. Basically you do chest and back, arms and shoulders, legs, and then push-pull legs. Now since I want to prioritize my arms, the push-pull leg split doesn't really cut it, because you're always hitting your arms after you've already hit your other muscles, such as on a push day, you're always hitting your triceps after chest, so they're always a little bit fatigued and you're not really getting to prioritize them. So that's why I like the current split I'm doing, because it gives you a dedicated arm day, and that just helps you prioritize your arms a little bit more. With this split, you get the benefit of the Arnold split by having that dedicated arm day, and also the benefit of the push-pull leg split because you get those 2 days dedicated to just your chest or just your back instead of hitting both on the same day. Each muscle is being trained twice a week, and there's adequate rest for every muscle as well. Now another weird thing I've done is I put biceps on push day and triceps on pull day. And the reason for this is because, once again, like I've said, if you're doing triceps after chest or biceps after back, then they're sort of already a little bit fatigued. But since I'm putting biceps on push day, for example, I get to do chest and then biceps, but the biceps don't really have an interference with chest, and the other way around as well. So you get to basically hit your arms when they're fresh again. So instead of hitting biceps after back when they're already a little bit tired, you get to hit them fresh on push day with another muscle that is unrelated. Now, you could have some concerns about doing biceps on push day the day before back. Now, for me, I haven't really found this to be an issue, and that's for a few reasons. First of all, if you're using good form on your back day, then you shouldn't really be involving too much biceps. Another reason is because just biomechanically, like if you didn't have a bicep, you would still be able to do most like pulling motions, just because of like the leverages and how it works. And also just because most pulling movements, you have simultaneous elbow flexion and shoulder extension. And since the bicep crosses the shoulder joint, it's kind of like hamstrings on squats. They're sort of like contracting and lengthening at the same time. That might not have like a huge impact, probably just a small impact, but overall, I haven't found biceps to really be affecting my back day the next day. Now, I think doing triceps before a chest day could have a bigger impact, since generally your triceps are more involved in chest exercises than your biceps are involved in back exercises. But it kind of works out since the push day is before the pull day, so you're doing triceps the day after chest anyways. But really the overlapping isn't a big deal, especially if prioritizing your arms is a goal. Now you might be asking, why not just do the full Arnold split where you get 2 arm days per week instead of messing with this push-pull leg stuff? Well, it's because I feel like it's just not as clean with the overlap. Doing chest and back, you kind of hitting your arms a little bit, and then you're doing arms and shoulders again the next day, and then you're doing that twice a week. So every arm day, the day before, you're getting a little bit fatigued from chest and back, which overall isn't really a big deal, but I've just found the Arnold PPL to be working a lot better. Now, I've been thinking of a new split recently, and it's basically where I'm going to be training arms 3 days per week for biceps and triceps, because like I said, I want to prioritize my arms. So I'll show it on the screen. It might seem a little bit crazy and just like jumble and random. That's kind of because it is. I didn't really follow any structure. I kind of just started with the format of like biceps, triceps, right? And then just added everything else. And I've been thinking about this for a while. Yeah, so I'll show the split in like the first way I made it, just like the simple format, and then I'll show the split like showing the order I'm going to be doing each thing in the workouts as well. So this is like the actual splits. Now I think arms can probably recover from 3 days a week frequency, and that might be like the best, right? Because I'm really just trying to get the best results, and especially since I'm on my winter break right now for 2 weeks, I'm gonna be trying this split, and I basically have all the time I want all day to work out if I want. So, and by the way, the ones that are highlighted green means I'm doing it at home. I mean, for the most part, on paper, it looks good. The leg days have enough rest, they're not really affected. The biceps and triceps are alternating. Now, one problem is throughout the week, I'm getting like biceps, then back, then biceps, and also triceps, then chest, then triceps, which, you know, it could affect it, but overall, I don't think it's like too big of a deal. So for biceps and triceps, we're getting 3 days per week, and I also made side delts 3 days per week, because like, why not? Also, neck and forearms 3 days per week, because again, why not? I mean, this is in the context of like no school. If this was like during school, then I'd definitely have to change it a bit, but considering I'm gonna basically have all the free time I want during the winter break, may as well spend it the best I can. As you can probably tell from this, I'm not really a fan of a minimalist approach. So it kind of has like the push-pull legs segments on there. Like it has like the push day with biceps and the pull day with triceps. I mean, there's no way I can really give it like a split type of thing. There's one chest and back day. It's almost like the split I'm doing, but the arm day is like split into multiple, I don't know. Now this type of split idea I got from like Dr. Mark Israel a while back, and it's kind of just where you look at each muscle group individually and just slap it on there however many times per week you think is best, and you basically just don't give a fuck about how they relate to the other muscles. But then at the end of the day, you have to like look at the recovery and everything, which is kind of what I'm doing here. So yeah, it might look good on paper, but is it practical? I don't know. Could be completely garbage, but that's why I'm going to be trying it, and I'll definitely keep you updated as to if it's working or not. And I'm definitely going to be making changes throughout the whole thing. Could be small changes like just exercise selection, how many sets, etc. Or I could change actual parts of the split and the order. Like for example, doing triceps on Tuesday, then on Wednesday chest, and then Thursday triceps again. That might not work, and I might have to change that around. Also, there's no rest days here. Honestly, what I think about this, I don't really care. And if you're looking at this, Sunday and Friday are like pretty light days. I'm just doing one part of my arm and then some shoulders. Like that's basically a rest day in terms of like systemic recovery. It's kind of more just like spread out, you know? You don't need like a full-on rest day. I honestly think rest days are kind of overrated by some people. Like, as long as you can recover, you don't need a specific whole day off. This lighting is ass.
6.5 hours later.
It's like if I'm taking a rest day, I'm just wasting an opportunity, a whole day, where I could fit in another muscle group and potentially increase the frequency for a certain muscle group throughout my entire split. Like yeah, if I need the recovery, if I need the rest day, then yeah, you should take it, obviously. Let me know what you think of this split. You can call me crazy, alright? I probably am. But I'll be trying it out, alright? I'm not just gonna say it's a good split without trying it, because reality is, after like 1 or 2 weeks, I'll probably know. It's really just about like the big flaws, if like the recovery doesn't work or something. I think if it works for a few weeks and I feel like the recovery is lining up well, then I do actually think it would work pretty good. Yeah, that's it for this, and if you want any help with your fitness for free, then hit me up. But that's it for the video. I'll see you later.